yourselves in lovers' hearts. When you know us, you'll discover that we're almost there, our lovers. Tripping hither, tripping thither, nobody knows why how we love. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy ring. We are dainty friends of fairies, never singing, never dancing. We indulge in our fairies in a fashion most entrancing. Tripping hither, tripping thither, nobody knows why or whither.
It's all very well, but since our queen banished Iolanthe, fairy revels have not been what they were.
Iolanthe was the life and soul of fairyland. Why, she wrote all our songs and arranged all our dances. We sing her songs and we trip her measures, but we don't enjoy ourselves.
To think that 25 years have elapsed since she was banished. What could she have done to have deserved so terrible a punishment?
Something awful. She married a mortal.
Oh, is it injudicious to marry a mortal?
Injudicious? It strikes at the root of the whole fairy system. By our laws, the fairy who marries a mortal dies.
But Iolanthe didn't die.
No. Because your queen, who loved her with a surpassing love, commuted her sentence to penal servitude for life on condition that she left her husband and never communicated with him again.
That sentence of penal servitude she is now working out on her head at the bottom of that stream.
Yes, but when I banished her, I gave her all the pleasant places of the earth to dwell in. I'm sure I never intended that she should go and live at the bottom of a stream. Oh, it makes me perfectly wretched to think of the discomfort she must have undergone.
Think of the damp, and her chest was always delicate.
Yes. Oh, and the frogs. Oh, I never shall enjoy any peace of mind until I know why Iolanthe went to live among the frogs.
Then why not summon her and ask her?
Why? Oh, because if I set eyes on her, I should forgive her at once.
Then why not forgive her? 25 years, it's a long time.
Think how we loved her.
Loved her? What was your love to mine? Why, she was invaluable to me. Who taught me to curl myself inside a buttercup? Iolanthe. Who taught me to swing upon a cobweb? Oh, Iolanthe. Who taught me to dive into a dewdrop, to nestle in a nutshell, to gamble upon gossamer? Oh, Iolanthe.
She certainly did surprising things.
Oh, give her back to us, great queen, for your sake, if not for ours.
Oh, I should be strong, but I am weak. I should be marble, but I am clay. Her punishment has been heavier than I intended. I did not mean that she should go and live among the frogs. And, well, it shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. Iolanthe, from thy dark exile thou art summoned. Come to our call, come sent thee into lifelong banishment, but mercy holds her sway within our hearts. Rise, rise, thou art pardoned, pardoned.
Welcome to our hearts again, Iolanthe, Iolanthe. We have shared thy bitter pain, Iolanthe, Iolanthe. Every heart and every hand in our loving little band welcomes thee to fairyland, Iolanthe, Iolanthe,
And now, tell me, with all the world to choose from, why on earth did you decide to live at the bottom of that stream?
To be near my son, Strephon.
Bless my heart, I didn't know you had a son.
He was born soon after I left my husband, by your royal command. He does not even know of his father's existence.
How old is he?
24.
24? No one to look at you would think that you had a son of 24, but that's one of the advantages of being immortal. We never grow old. Is he pretty?
Very pretty, but is inclined to be stout.
Oh, well, I see no objection to stoutness in moderation.
And what is he?
He's an Arcadian shepherd, and he loves Phyllis, a ward in Chancery.
A mere shepherd, and he half a fairy?
He's a fairy down to the waist, but his legs are mortal.
I have no reason to suppose that I am more curious than other people, but I confess I should like to see a person who is a fairy down to the waist, but whose legs are mortal.
Nothing easier, for here he comes.
Good morrow, good mother. Good mother, good morrow. By some means or other, pray banish your sorrow. With joy beyond a telling, my bosom is swelling, so join in a measure expressive of pleasure. For I'm to be married today, today. Yes, I'm to be married today.
Yes, he's to be married today, today. Yes, he's to be married today.
Then the Lord Chance has at last given you his permission to marry his beautiful ward Phyllis?
Not he indeed. To all my tearful prayers he answers me, a shepherd lad is no fit helpmate for a ward of Chancery. I stood in court, and there I sang him songs of Arcady with flageolet accompaniment. In vain. At first he seemed amused, so did the bar, but quickly wearying of my song and pipe, bade me get out. A servile usher then, in crumpled bands and rusty bombazine, led me, still singing, into Chancery Lane. I'll go no more. I'll marry her today and brave the upshot, be it what it may. But who are these?
Oh, Strephon, rejoice with me. My queen has pardoned me.
Pardoned you, mother. This is good news indeed.
And these ladies are my beloved sisters.
Your sisters? Then they are my aunts.
A pleasant piece of news for your bride on her wedding day.
Hush! My bride knows nothing of my fairyhood. I dare not tell her lest it frighten her. She thinks me mortal and prefers me so.
Your fairyhood doesn't seem to have done you much good.
Much good, my dear aunt. It's the curse of my existence. What's the use of being half a fairy? My body can creep through a keyhole. But what's the good of that when my legs are left kicking behind? I can make myself invisible down to the waist, but that's of no use when my legs remain exposed to view. My brain is a fairy brain, but from the waist downwards I'm a gibbering idiot. My upper half is immortal, but my lower half grows older every day. And someday or other, it must die of old age. What's to become of my upper half when I've buried my lower half, I really don't know.
I see your difficulty, but with a fairy brain, you should seek an intellectual sphere of action. Let me see. I have a borough or two at my disposal. Would you like to go into Parliament?
Oh, a fairy member. That would be delightful.
I'm afraid I should do no good there. You see, down to the waist, I'm a Tory of the most determined description, but my legs are a couple of confounded radicals, and on a division, they'd be sure to take me into the wrong lobby. You see, they're 2-1, which is a strong working majority.
Don't let that distress you. You shall be returned as a liberal conservative, and your legs shall be our peculiar care.
I see your majesty does not do things by halves.
No, we are fairies down to the feet. Fare thee well, attractive stranger.
Fare thee well, attractive stranger.
Shouldst thou be in doubt or danger, peril or perplexity, call us and we'll come to thee.
I call us and we'll come to thee. Tripping hither, nobody knows where we must now be taking wing to another fairy ring. Tripping hither, we must now be taking wing to another fairy ring.
Good morrow, good lover, good lover, good morrow. I prithee discover, steal, purchase, or borrow some means of concealing the care you are feeling, and join in a measure expressive of pleasure. For we're to be married today, today. Yes, we're to be married today. Yes, we're to be married today, today. Yes, we're to be married today.
My Phyllis. And today, we are to be made happy forever.
Well, we're to be married.
It's the same thing.
I suppose it is. But, oh, Strephon, I tremble at the step I am taking. I believe it is penal servitude for life to marry a ward of court without the Lord Chancellor's consent. I shall be of age in 2 years. Don't you think you can wait 2 years?
2 years? Have you ever looked in a glass?
No, never.
Here. Look at that and tell me if you think it rational to expect me to wait 2 years.
No, you're quite right. It's asking too much. One must be reasonable.
Besides, who knows what will happen in 2 years? Why, you might fall in love with the Lord Chancellor himself by that time.
Yes, he's a clean old gentleman.
As it is, half the House of Lords are sighing at your feet.
The House of Lords are certainly extremely attentive.
Attentive? I should think they were. Why did 25 Liberal peers come down to shoot over your grass plot last autumn? It couldn't have been the sparrows. Why did 25 Conservative peers come down to fish your pond? Don't tell me it was the goldfish. No, no, delays are dangerous. And if we are to be married, the sooner the better.
None shall apart us from each other. I, the song.
All in all, since that fond meeting, when in joy I woke to find mine the heart within thee beating, mine the love that heart enshrined, mine the heart within thee beating, mine the love that heart enshrined. I the stream, thou the willow, I the sculptor, thou the clay, I the ocean, thou the billow, I the sunrise, thou the day, I the stream, and thou the clay, I the ocean, thou the billow. I the sunrise, thou the day.
Paragons of masses, blow the trumpets, bang the brasses, tan tan ta sing. Bow, bow, ye lower middle classes, bow, bow, ye tradesmen, bow, ye masses, blow the trumpets, bang the brasses, tan tan ta ting, ting, tan tan ta ting, ting, tan tan ta ting, ting. Blow the trumpets, bang the brasses. Blow, blow the trumpets, bang the brasses. Blow, blow the trumpets. Blow, blow the trumpets. Bowdy low, middle classes, bowdy tradesmen, bowdy masses, bowdy low, middle classes, bowdy tradesmen, bowdy masses, tan tan ta-ra, tan tan ta-ra, tan tan ta-ra, tan ta-ra, tan ta-ra, tan ta-ra, tan ta-ra, ra, 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 ra. Ta-ta-ra!
The law is the true embodiment of everything that's excellent. It has no kind of fault or flaw, and I, my lords, embody the law. The constitutional guardian I of pretty young wards in Chancery, all very agreeable girls, and none are over the age of 21. A pleasant occupation for a rather susceptible chancellor.
A pleasant occupation for a rather susceptible chancellor.
But though the compliment implied inflates me with legitimate pride, it nevertheless can't be denied that it has its inconvenient side. For I'm not so old and not so plain, and I'm quite prepared to marry again. But there'd be the deuce to pay in the Lords if I fell in love with one of me wards. Which rather tries my temper, for I'm such a susceptible chancellor.
Which rather tries his temper, for he's such a susceptible chancellor.
And everyone who'd marry a ward must come to me for my accord, and in my court I sit all day, giving agreeable girls away. With one for him, and one for he, and one for you, and one for ye, and one for thou, and one for thee, but never, oh never, a one for me. Which is exasperating for a highly susceptible chancellor.
Which is exasperating for a highly susceptible chancellor.
And now, my lords, to the business of the day.
Oh, by all means. Phyllis, who is a ward of court, has so powerfully affected your lordships that you have appealed to me in a body to give her to whichever one of you she may think proper to select. And the noble lord has just gone to her cottage to request her immediate attendance. It would be idle to deny that I myself have the misfortune to be singularly attracted by this young person. Oh, my regard for her is rapidly undermining my constitution. 3 months ago, I was a stout man. I need say no more. If I could reconcile it with my duty, I should unhesitatingly award her to Miss Self. For I can conscientiously say that I know no man who is so well fitted to render her exceptionally happy.
Hear, hear!
Oh, but such an award would be open to misconstruction, and therefore, at whatever personal inconvenience, I waive my claim.
My lord, I desire upon the part of this house to express its sincere sympathy with your lordship's most painful position.
Oh, I thank your lordships. The feelings of a Lord Chancellor who is in love with a ward of court are not to be envied. What is his position? Can he give his own consent to his own marriage with his own ward? Can he marry his own ward without his own consent? And if he marries his own ward without his own consent, can he commit himself for contempt of his own court? And if he commit himself for contempt of his own court, can he appear by counsel before himself to move for arrest of his own judgment? Oh, my lords, it is indeed painful to have to sit upon a woolsack which is stuffed with such thorns as these.
My lords, I have much pleasure in announcing that I have succeeded in inducing the young person to present herself at the bar of this house.
Pretty young lady's the fairest, her lips have the rosiest show, her eyes are the richest and rarest, her origin's lowly, it's true, but of birth and position I've plenty, I've grammar and spelling for 2, and blood and behaviour for 20. Birth and position I've plenty, with blood and behaviour for 20. Of birth and position I've plenty, with blood and behaviour for 20.
Though the views of the house have diverged on every conceivable motion, all questions of party are merged in a frenzy of love and devotion. If you ask us distinctly to say what party we claim to belong to, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we're singing this song to. If you ask us distinctly to say, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we claim to belong to is the party we're singing this song to. The party we claim to belong to is the party we're singing this song to.
I'm very much pained to refuse but I'll stick to my pipes and my tables. I can spell all the words that I use, and my grammar's as good as my neighbours. As for birth, I was born like the rest. My behaviour is rustic but hardy, and I know when to turn for the best when I want a particular party. My station is none of the best. I suppose I was born like the rest. I know where to look for my party when I want a particular party. I know where to look for my party whenever I want a party. Oh, my party. I know where to look for my party. My party. Not to wealth, I'll not be bound. In a lowly cot, alone is a virtue found.
No, indeed, high rank will never hurt you. The peerage is not destitute of virtue.
Spurn not the nobly born with love affected, nor treat with virtue scorn the well connected. High rank involves no shame, we boast an equal claim with him of humble name to be respected. Oh blood, when virtue's love is sought, thy power is naught, though dating from the flood, blue blood, oh blue blood.
When virtue's love is sought, thy power is naught, though dating from the flood, blood.
Spare us the bitter pain of stern denials, nor with low born disdain augment our trials. Hearts just as pure and fair may beat in Belgrave Square as in the lonely air of seven dials. Blue blood, of what availeth thou to serve us now? Though dating from the flood, blue blood, oh blue blood.
Of what availeth thou to serve us now, though dating from the flood, blood. Oh,
My lords, it may not be. With grief my heart is riven. You waste your time on me, for my heart is given.
Given?
Yes, given.
And who has dared to brave our high displeasure and thus defy our definite command?
'Tis I, young Strephon, mine is this priceless treasure. Against the world, I claim my darling's hand. A shepherd I, of Arcady, betrothed are we, and mean to be espoused today. A shepherd I of Arcady, a shepherd I of Arcady, betrothed are we, and mean to be espoused today.
Leafless blow, rust and snap of dagger, though we moment and early stagger, in each heart, proud are we innately, let's depart, dignified and stately. Let's depart, dignified and stately, 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 dignified and stately.
Now, sir, what excuse do you have to offer for having disobeyed an order of the Court of Chancery?
My lord, I know no courts of chancery. I obey nature's acts of parliament. The bees, the breeze, the seas, the rooks, the brooks, the gales, the vales, the fountains and the mountains cry. You love this maiden. Take her, we command you. 'Tis writ in heaven by the bright barbed dart that leaps forth into lurid light through each grim thundercloud. The very rain pours forth her sad and sodden sympathy. When chorus nature bade me take my love, am I to reply, nay, but a certain chancellor forbids it? Sir, you are England's Lord High Chancellor. But are you Chancellor of birds and trees, King of the winds, and Prince of thunderclouds?
No. It's a nice point. I don't know that I ever came across it before. But my difficulty is that at present there's no evidence before the court that chorus nature has interested herself in the matter.
No evidence? You have my word for it. I tell you that she bade me take my love.
Ah, but my good sir, you mustn't tell us what she told you. It's not evidence. Now, an affidavit from a thunderstorm, or a few words on oath from a heavy shower, would meet with all the attention they deserve.
And have you the heart to apply the prosaic rules of evidence to a case which bubbles over with poetical emotion?
Distinctly. I have always kept my duty strictly before my eyes, and it is to that fact that I owe my elevation to my present distinguished position. When I went to the bar as a very young man, said I to myself, said I, I'll work on a new and original plan, said I to myself, said I, my learned profession I'll never disgrace, with a grin on my face when I haven't been there to attend to the case, said I to myself, said I. Ere I go into court, I will read my brief through, said I to myself, said I. and I'll never take work I'm unable to do. Said I to myself, said I, my learned profession I'll never disgrace by taking a fee with a grin on my face when I haven't been there to attend to the case. Said I to myself, said I, I'll never throw dust in a juryman's eyes. Said I to myself, said I, or hoodwink a judge who is not overwise. Said I to myself, said I, or assume that the witnesses summoned in force in Exchequer, Queen's Bench, Common Pleas or Divorce have perjured themselves as a matter of course. Said I to myself, said I. In other professions in which men engage, said I to myself, said I, the army, the navy, the church, and the stage. Said I to myself, said I, professional license if carried too far, your chance of promotion will certainly mar, and I fancy the rule might apply to the bar. Said I to myself, said I.
Phyllis, to be taken from you just as I was on the point of making you my own. Oh, it's too much. It is too much.
My son in tears, and on his wedding day.
My wedding day. Oh, weep with me, Mother, for the law has interposed between us, and the Lord Chancellor has separated us forever.
Oh, Lord Chancellor, if he did but know.
If he did but know what?
No matter. The Lord Chancellor has no power over you. Remember, you're half a fairy. You can defy him. Down to the waist.
But from the waist downwards, he can commit me to prison for years. Of what avail is it that my body is free when my legs are working out 7 years penal servitude?
True, but take heart. Our Queen has offered you her special protection. I'll go to her and lay your peculiar case before her.
My beloved mother, how can I ever repay the debt I owe you? When darkly looms the day, and all is dull and grey, to chase the gloom away on thee I'll call.
What was that?
I think I heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away on her he'd call. I think we heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away on her he'd call.
When tempests wreck thy bark, and all is drear and dark, if thou should need an ark, I'll give thee one.
What was that?
I heard the minced remark, she'd meet him after dark inside St. James's Park and give him one.
We heard the minced remark, she'd meet him after dark inside St. James's Park and give him one.
The prospect's not so bad, my heart so sore and sad, may very soon be glad of summer's sun. For when the sky is dark, and the tempest wreck my bark, if I should need an ark, should you give me one? Ah, give me one, give me one.
Oh, shameless and tremble, nay, do not endeavour thy faults to dissemble. We part, and forever I worshipped him blindly, he worships another.
Attend to me kindly, this lady's my mother.
This lady's his what?
This lady's my mother.
This lady's his what? He says she's his mother.
this mirth unseemly that shakes the listening earth?
The joke is good extremely and justifies our mirth.
This gentleman is seen with a maid of 17, a taking of his dolce far niente. And wonders he'd achieve, for he asks us to believe she's his mother, and he's nearly 25.
Recollect yourself, I pray, and be careful what you say, as the ancient Romans said, festina lente. For I really do not see how so young a girl could be the mother of a man of 25.
My lord, of evidence I have no dearth. She has been my mother from my birth. In babyhood, upon her lap I lay, with infant food she moistened my clay. Had she withheld the succor she supplied, by hunger quell your Strephon might have died.
Had that refreshment been denied, indeed our Strephon might have died.
Had that refreshment been denied, indeed our Strephon might have died. But as she's not his mother, it appears, why weep these hot unnecessary tears? And by what laws should we so joyously rejoice, because our Strephon did not die? Oh, rather let us pipe our eye, because our Strephon did not die. That's very true, let's pipe our eye, because our Strephon did not die.
Hear me, Phyllis.
Oh, rapture!
You leave me.
Not a word, you did deceive me.
Hear me, Phyllis.
You did deceive me.
Not a word, you did deceive her.
For riches and rank I do not want the pleasures of false and vain. I gave up the love of a lordly throng for the love of a simple swain. But now that simple swain's untrue, with a sorrowful heart I turn to you. A heart that's aching, quaking, breaking. Sorrowful hearts are wont to do. The riches and rank that you before are the only baits you use. So the richest and rankest of your one my sorrowful heart shall choose. As none are so noble, none so rich, as this couple of lords, I'll find a niche in my heart that's aching, quaking, breaking. For one of you two, and I don't care which. To you I give my heart so rich.
To which?
I do not care. To you I yield, it is my doom.
To whom?
I'm not aware. I'm yours for life if you but choose. That's your affair. I'll be a countess, shall I not?
Of what?
I do not care.
One little lady
fortunes fade. No, no. No, no. Mighty protectress, hasten to my aid.
Tripping hither, tripping thither, nobody knows why I'm with her. When you want us, we don't know, but you summoned us, and so enter all the little fairies to their usual tripping measure. To oblige you, all our care is, tell us, pray, what is your pleasure?
The lady of my love has caught me talking to another.
Oh, fine, the treading is a road.
I tell her very plainly that the lady is my mother.
Taradiddle, toll, long lane.
She won't believe my statements and declares we must be parted, because on a career of double dealing I have started that gives a hand to one of these and leaves me broken-hearted.
Taradiddle, toll, long lane.
How cruel once to separate two lovers from each other.
Oh, fine, our strength's not a rogue.
You've done him an injustice, for the lady is his mother.
Taradiddle, toll, long lane.
That fable perhaps may serve its turn as well as any other. I didn't see her face, but if they fondled one another, and she's but 17, I don't believe it was his mother. Taradiddle, taradiddle.
Toll, long lane.
I have often had a use of a thoroughbred excuse of a son, which is English for repente. But of all I've ever heard, this is much the most absurd, for she's 17 and he is 5 and 20.
She is 17 and he is only 5 and 20. Oh, fine, our strength is a rogue.
Now listen, pray to me, and this paradox will be carried nobody at all contradicente. Her age upon the date of his birth was -8, if she's 17 and he is 5 and 20.
If she is 17 and he is only 5 and 20. To say she is his mother is an utter bit of folly. Oh, fine, our Strafford's not a rogue. Perhaps his brain is addled and he's very melancholy. Tabadiddle, toll, long lane. I wouldn't say a word that could be reckoned as injurious, but to find a mother younger than her son is very curious. And that's the kind of mother that is usually spurious. Taradiddle, toll, long lane.
Go away, madam, I should say, madam, you display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to intrude, madam, with your brood, madam, brazen-faced. You come here, madam, interfere, madam, with a peer, madam. I am one, you're aware, madam, what you dare, madam, so take care, madam, and be gone.
Let us stay, madam, I should say, madam, they display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to allude, madam, to your brood, madam, brazen-faced. We don't fear, madam, any peer, madam, though my dear, madam, this is one. They will stare, madam, well aware, madam, what they dare, madam, what they've done.
Bearded by these puny mortals, I will launch from fairy portals all the most terrific thunders in my armory of wonders.
Should they launch terrific wonders, all will then repent their blunders. Surely these must be immortals. Should they launch from fairy portals, terrific wonders, we should then repent our blunders.
necessary, your tongue to teach respectful speech, your attitude to vary, your badinage so airy, your manner arbitrary, are out of place when face to face with an influential fairy.
Never knew we were talking to an influential fairy.
A plague on this vagary, I'm in a nice quandary of hasty tone with dames unknown. I ought to be more wary. It seems that she's a fairy from Andersen's library, and I took her for the proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
We took her for the proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
When next your houses do assemble, you may tremble.
Our wrath when gentlemen offend us is tremendous.
They meet who underrate our calling, doom appalling.
Take down our sentence as we speak it, and he shall wreak it.
Oh, spare us!
Henceforth Strephon cast away, crooks and pipes and ribbons so gay, flocks and herds that bleat and low, into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament he shall go, backed by the supreme authority, he'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, 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 he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go. Into Parliament, 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 he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go.
In the parliamentary hive, liberal or conservative, Whig or Tory, I don't know, but into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament he shall go, backed by the supreme authority, he'll command a large majority. Into Parliament, P.A. Parliament, P.A. Parliament, he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go. Into Parliament, 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 he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go.
Every bill and every measure that may gratify his pleasure, though your fury it arouses, shall be passed by both your houses.
Oh!
You shall sit, if he sees reason, through the grouse and salmon season.
No!
He shall end the cherished rites you enjoy on Friday nights.
No, no!
He shall prick that annual blister, marriage with deceased wife's sister.
Mercy!
Titles shall ennoble then all the common councilmen.
Spare us!
Peers shall teem in Christendom, and a duke's exalted station be attainable by competitive examination.
They can't dissemble, nor hide the fear that makes them tremble.
Pursue all law, the red, the venture, Lord, his hour quickly quench with